It has been 50 years since U.S. civil rights leader, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. made the historic "I Have a Dream" speech. And to commemorate the event, tens of thousands of people gathered here in Washington Wednesday. U.S. President Barack Obama, politicians, civil rights leaders, and celebrities addressed the crowd from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, the exact spot of King's address back in 1963. Joining us now with some more perspective is Dr. Alveda King, Director of African American Outreach at an organization called Priests for Life. She is also Dr. King's niece. Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you here on our show today.
I'm so glad to join you, yeah.
Would love to get your thoughts on today's events and what you felt being out there today.
Today was incredible in many ways. My mother, Naomi King, the wife of my dad, Reverend A.D. King, who was a civil rights leader, was there for the second time. She marched in '63, and she was there again today. So as I watched her and my aunt and members of my family, I heard the speeches of all of the people. I sat right next to Jesse Jackson, and he and I had a moment for me to say to him, "I'm praying for your family," he and his wife. And remembering my uncle's dream, he had a dream that one day his 4 little children would be judged by the content of their character. And as I saw his son, Martin, his namesake, and my cousin, Bernice King, I said, my God, we can judge them by the content of their character. So all of those thoughts just kept flashing through with the president as he came out to make his speech. All of those things and all of the civil rights legends being there. So it was an incredible day for those reasons.
Well, you mentioned the president. How is President Barack Obama a realization of Dr. King's dream?
I'm not always one who says he is a realization of Dr. King's dream, because my uncle felt that black people and white people and Gentiles and Jews and Protestants and Catholics should join together. And so his dream was more oriented towards that. When he was elected, I thought it was a milestone because it gave us an opportunity to have someone with brown skin in the highest seat in the country. And I enjoyed that thought. But the dream has not yet really fully been realized until we get what they were marching for 50 years ago. Decent housing for everyone, good education for everyone, equal opportunities in the work and job markets for everyone. So there's still a tremendous disproportion in the job market, especially for black people. So until we realize those things as well, we're not there yet.
Well, Dr. King, that leads me to my next question. I'd like to get your opinion on this recent poll, a recent NBC News Wall Street Journal poll that says 79% of African Americans disagreed with the statement that America is a nation where people are judged by their character, not their skin color. Why do you think so many African Americans feel this way?
There's still so much division when we talk about the word race. We still see ourselves too much as separate races, although there's one blood. My uncle said we should learn to live together as brothers and I add as sisters, or perish as fools. And so if we're sisters or brothers, we can't be separate races. And so because of that particular disparity, we still end up squabbling over all the other issues as well.
You had mentioned your mother today and watching her since she was here 50 years ago. In talking to her afterward, what were some of her biggest observations of 50 years ago and what she saw out there today?
What she still is most concerned about, and she said it was electrifying back then, because during that time, that same year, Mom and Dad's house, Reverend A.D. King, our home was bombed. We were in the house when it was bombed that May. Then we had the 8/28 speech, and then the girls and the little boys, some little boys died in Birmingham when the church was bombed, and then President Kennedy was killed. So it was a different year, so an opportunity to have some hope and to hear a dream and believe in it. Now, all of these years later, she said that it was moving, it was touching, but she still realizes that little children are suffering. There still needs to be better education. She keeps saying that. That's one of her greatest concerns.
All right, Dr. Alveda King, we appreciate your insight, and thank you so much for being here on our show. I know you're heading back home to Atlanta soon.
Thank you.